Hello again, everybody. It's Mr. Scary Muffin here, and this is the last match I'm going to show from the June Internationals. It's against a guy named Tyrant M, and he's running Lipard, Venusaur, Granbull, and Greninja. Let's jump right into it. This is the last one I saved, and I actually didn't realize it. That I didn't save that many games. I thought I'd been saving a lot of games as I was playing through, but I only kept the ones that I thought were interesting to watch later on. Again, I played like only 22 games from the International, and I also streamed a few of them as well on my channel when I was playing earlier. Anyways, I lead off Talonflame versus his Politoed, and it's a fairly solid lead. His Lipard might have a Fake Out, which seemed likely to me, but he's actually going to retreat his Venusaur right off the bat, which signals to me that he probably has no Protect on his Venusaur or no Fake Out on his Lipard. Gets off an Intimidate onto the Talonflame, which will make a difference here. I swap out my Politoed into the Ludicolo immediately, just so that I have, the opportunity to use Fake Out during this next round. My Protect comes up, but it makes no difference. Lipard's just going to substitute anyways. Substitute, interesting. Okay, and reveals leftovers on himself as well. Okay. So probably no Fake Out. I'm going to use my Fake Out on Granbull because it's the only thing I could Fake Out, and I thought, well, might as well just Brave Bird it as well, just to see how much damage I can do. Granbull actually goes down. The critical hit, I think, makes a big difference in this case because Granbulls are usually fairly bulky. So luckily for me, I take out the Fairy type immediately, although it didn't really matter too much. The Fairy type might have like Rock attacks or Thunder attacks or Fire attacks, so it might make a difference. He actually uses T-Wave on my Ludicolo, and that makes a big difference as well because I basically lose my speed boost from the rain, and I also am paralyzed, so that's going to suck a little bit. Brings up the Greninja here. And I assume most Greninjas are Focus Sashed, just because they're so fragile. So I'm going to Protect here and try to get some chip damage off on the Greninja so that I can Brave Bird it next turn and just finish him off. But my Ludicolo is actually going to become Confused, the dreaded Parafusion, Paralyzed and Confused. And so basically I basically have 30% chance of actually doing anything, just avoiding the Paralyzed rule and then avoiding the Confusion rule. Greatly reduces my ability to do anything. He uses Surf and takes out his own substitute doll. Interesting. I take very little damage, but I still don't do anything. He did reveal that his Surf had taken some of his life, which means his life orb and not Focus Sash. So the fact that I hit myself in Confusion that turn didn't matter as much because now he has no Focus Sash and I have a chance to knock him out with a Brave Bird here. So I'm going to go straight for that Brave Bird. And he actually survives the attack, so that Intimidate earlier from Granbull actually made a big difference. Otherwise, if I knocked out the Greninja here, I would have probably gotten a free knockout on the Venusaur the turn after. But instead, he's going to go for the Dark Pulse. I'm guessing he doesn't want to break his new substitute doll, and the Dark Pulse will knock out the Talonflame, which sucks for me. He brings himself down to very little HP, and the next attack from his Life Orb will probably take him down, but I don't want to let him get off a free attack with a lot of damage. So the idea here was I was going to Protect with Politoed and try to Fake Out. If my the Protect for the Politoed is to avoid potential Swaggers, and also to avoid any potential damage in case my Fake Out gets paralyzed. And unfortunately, Ludicolo was paralyzed and the Fake Out did not go, so that really sucked for me. I would have been able to avoid some damage here. He goes for the Grass Knot against Politoed, so now I know what he wants to go for. My rain is over, but it doesn't really matter that much anymore to me either, just because I'm not doing that much with the rain since I'm paralyzed anyways. I'm going to retreat back to Politoed because I want the Politoed to stay up. When the Greninja goes down, the idea here is that he will only have 2 Pokemon left since Granbull and Greninja are dead. Then Venusaur and Lipard will be up, and without my Talonflame, I have no easy way to deal with that Venusaur. So I need to preserve the Politoed and be able to set up a situation where I can get a Perish Song and then survive 3 turns to win out. Confusion is going to hit myself again. That really sucks. Would have been nice to break that substitute doll at least. It's going to throw out the Venusaur here, and I'm going to swap the Ludicolo out. I'm assuming a Sludge Bomb was going to go target the Politoed. and he might protect here just because it's a fake out round for me with Kangaskhan. And so that'll buy me time to bring out the Politoed safely. I'm going to Mega Evolve, and I'm actually going to throw up a Protect here just so Kangaskhan stays alive a little bit longer as well, which I felt was fairly important. He also evolves, but that's pretty much a given here. So I don't think you guys you've seen this in any of the previous June International, but this is a win condition for me, where I knock out 2 Pokemon using very strong attacks, and then bring out a bulky Politoed at the end to Perish Song the remaining 2. I've used this to win several of my matches in the June International, and it's actually one of my favorite things about this team in particular. I protect with the Politoed this turn, and brought out the Ludicolo so I can have a fake out round to do damage. Actually, no, I didn't protect. I just took the Giga Drain because I knew that I could survive and do this Perish Song regardless of what he does. I wanted to have a fake out round for the next turn to buy myself some time, and also let my Kangaskhan walk in for free. But yeah, I really like the ability to knock out 2 Pokemon and just not care what my Pokemon is doing. Basically say checkmate with the Perish Song. Of course, I still need to survive these 3 turns, and I think out of all the times I've executed this strategy, only once that I failed to survive the 3 turns, and it was just due to some lucky crits and some terrible misses on my part. Foul Play comes out, and he's actually going to target into the Ludicolo here. And the Sludge Bomb is also going to finish off the Ludicolo. That's unfortunate for me. But I do bring back my Politoed and I have 2 Pokemon left, and he's got 2 turns left to count down. So the next turn, it's fairly obvious. I'm going to double protect with both my Pokemon. But I decided after this turn, I had the option to attack, but there was no way I was going to knock out any Pokemon. So I decided after this turn, I was just going to protect again. And basically, protect, you have like a 30% chance of success, and I just need one of my Pokemon to get that 30. So the chance of me missing that, both of them, I think, was something like 60% chance. I had a fairly good odds of hitting Protect, and I actually hit Protect with the Kangaskhan here. So my Kangaskhan is going to survive, and my Politoed also gets double Protect. So lucky me, both my Pokemon get to survive. A little bit BS double Protect for me, but you know, after that Smeargle game, I think I need a little bit of luck. This is my favorite way to win for sure, I think. Both his Pokemon full HP, and now they're both gone. See ya later, suckers! Anyways, I hope you guys enjoy these matches from the June International. I might start throwing up some more stuff, but I think I'm kind of done with the current format. We'll have to see what happens with the next format, and I'll see what I'll be doing in the meanwhile. Hopefully, special battles will become back to VGC or something else. But until then, guys, I will see you guys next time. Give me suggestions if there's something you want to see me do in Pokemon. But until then, we'll have to wait until I have something more interesting to show in Pokemon. Ciao!